Now that you understand the different areas of cybersecurity, let's talk about something more important, the actual roles you can get paid for. Because here's the reality. Cybersecurity is not one job. It's a collection of roles, and choosing the right one can save you years of frustration. So instead of giving you textbook definitions, I'm going to break this down in a practical way. What each role actually does day to day, what tools they use, how hard it is to get into, and which ones are best if you're coming from IT or help desk. Let's start with one of the most common entry points, the SOC analyst, also called a cybersecurity analyst. This is where a lot of people begin. What you actually do, your day typically looks like this. You log into a tool called a SIEM, like Splunk or Microsoft Sentinel. You review alerts that come in, things like suspicious logins or unusual traffic. Most alerts are false positives. So your job is to investigate and figure out what's real. If something looks serious, you escalate it or take action. Tools you'll use, SIEM tools, Splunk, Sentinel, EDR tools, CrowdStrike, Defender, ticketing systems, ServiceNow. This role can be repetitive, it can be stressful, especially during incidents, but it gives you real experience fast. It is a low to medium on the difficulty scale to get a SOC analyst role. If you're coming from help desk, this is one of the easiest transitions you can make. Next is one of the most talked about roles, the penetration tester or ethical hacker. What you actually do, you try to break into systems before attackers do, you test applications, networks, and sometimes even employees, phishing simulations. You write reports explaining what you found and how to fix it. Some of the tools you'll use are Kali Linux, Burp Suite, and Metasploit. This role sounds exciting, and it can be, but it requires strong technical skills, and a lot of beginners underestimate how hard it is to break in. Ethical hacking is best for people who enjoy problem solving and deep technical work. It is not usually the fastest path from help desk, but possible with focus. Now let's talk about security engineers. What you actually do, you build and maintain security systems. You configure tools like firewalls, EDR, and cloud security controls. You work closely with IT and DevOps teams. Some of the tools you'll use are firewalls, cloud platforms, AWS, Azure, security tools like CrowdStrike, Palo Alto, etc. This role is more hands-on and technical. You're expected to understand how systems actually work. For entry difficulty, it is medium to high. This role is best for people with strong IT or networking background. Next is the incident responder. This is where things get intense. As an incident responder, you investigate security incidents like ransomware or breaches. You analyze logs, systems, and sometimes compromised machines. You contain and recover from attacks. This role can be high pressure. You may be on call, but it's one of the most valuable and respected roles. Entry difficulty is a medium. The typical path is to start as a SOC analyst and then transition into incident response. Finally, we have the cybersecurity manager. What you actually do, you oversee the security program. You manage teams, budgets, and priorities. You communicate risks to leadership. This is not an entry-level role. You need experience across multiple areas first. It is best for people who want to move into leadership. So, at this point, you might be wondering, where should you start? Here's a simple way to think about it. SOC analyst. Penetration testing, security engineering, incident response. The key is not to try to learn everything. It's to pick one path and go deep.